Biden officially recognizes the massacre of Armenians in World War I as a genocide.
This post received a score of 110,000, with an upvote ratio of 83%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Question for anyone who might know. In practical terms, what is this likely to mean in terms of US-Turkey relations? I don't mean the usual rhetorical stuff. I mean trade, military concerns, that sort of thing.
Erdogan will recognize the United States' genocide of Native Americans and African slaves.
So, he'd make a correct assessment.
Yeah, sounds like a win-win to me. All genocides should be recognized so that each nation and people can examine the mistakes of their past for the purpose of striving to prevent them in the future.
Japan has left the chat.
I was watching some YouTube videos about how World War II was taught in Germany and Japan. Germany teaches it as the Allies saved us from ourselves, and Japan is kinda like, oh yeah, things were all feudal and shit, then America nuked us for some reason, and now we're here. Huh? No, I don't think we skipped anything. What do you mean? Edit. It's, how do German schools teach about World War II? By today I found out on YouTube. There's another video for Japan.
I've talked to a few Japanese exchange students and they've all said they deserved the nukes. They are forced to go to the museums and learn about what they did. But just not all of it.
Yeah, from what I understand most Japanese people accept it. But the government doesn't really acknowledge it and tries to avoid responsibility.
Especially Nanking.
Not trying to downplay Nanking, but they committed atrocities in many of the occupied areas. Tossing babies in the air and catching them with their bayonets in the Philippines, for example.
Erga omnes obligations were recognized by the International Court of Justice in at para 33. The prevention of genocide as erga omnes was recognized by the International Law Commission of the United Nations through its at page 111, where it states, the idea that genocide is an obligation erga omnes formally brought into law in the 1996 PMO decision when the court, through an analysis of the purpose of the Genocide Convention, found the prevention of genocide to be an obligation erga omnes. Second, the application of the Genocide Convention. One of the most important instruments in international law is that this treaty under Article 31(3)(b) on the general principles of interpretation states, the under Article 2 states, the essence of these clauses is that the treatment of genocide under the Genocide Convention compounds in on itself. If the global community generally considers something to be genocide, then that thing that it considers genocide will gradually become indicative of the crime of genocide. A loose genocide definition actually makes the world less stable and makes states worse at preventing that genocide, as genocide begins to mean less.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.